The roar of engines, the frantic crackle of calms, the searing flash of laser fire. For a young farm boy from Tatooine, this was the heart of the galaxy, the ultimate adventure. Luke Skywalker, strapped into the cockpit of his X-Wing, felt the exhilarating rush of the trench run, the fate of the rebellion, and indeed the entire galaxy, resting on the wingtips of his squadron. He was focused, yes, but there was also an underlying sense of almost disbelieving joy. He was here, flying with Red Squadron, with heroes. And then a familiar voice cut through the chaos, steady and reassuring. "Almost there, Luke." It was Biggs Darklighter. Biggs, the name itself carried the dusty scent of Tatooine, of speeders racing across dunes, of shared dreams under twin suns. He was Luke's childhood friend, the one who'd escaped the sands before him, who joined the Imperial Academy only to defect to the rebellion. Biggs was a glimpse of the future Luke had always yearned for, a tangible connection to a life beyond moisture farming. In this moment, amidst the chaos of the Death Star Trench, having Biggs flying wingman felt like a comforting piece of home in the most alien of battlefields. They weren't just fighting a war, they were living out a childhood fantasy, together. The tension mounted. TIE fighters swarmed. Turbo laser fire erupted from the Death Star's surface. The plan was simple, suicidal, and their only hope. Target a thermal exhaust port, a tiny weakness in the Empire's ultimate weapon. As they pushed deeper, the air thick with the smell of ozone and the grim reality of combat, Luke and Biggs communicated with terse, efficient calls, each word laced with a shared understanding born of years of friendship. Then, in an instant, the world tilted. A flash of green, a cry cut short. "Biggs, no!" Luke's voice, raw with sudden, piercing disbelief, was lost in the cacophony. His friend's X-Wing, a beacon of hope moments before, exploded into a shower of debris, a silent, final testament to the brutal efficiency of the Empire. Just like that, he was gone. No dramatic last words, no heroic sacrifice witnessed by thousands. Just a sudden, brutal absence, a void where a vibrant life had been. For a split second, time seemed to slow, the universe holding its breath. The adrenaline that had surged through Luke's veins turned to ice. A searing pain, sharp and unexpected, twisted in his gut. This wasn't a video game, not another dogfight over Beggar's Canyon. This was real. Biggs was real. And now Biggs was gone. The boy who had dreamed of adventure, who had only ever known the sheltered world of his aunt and uncle, was confronted head-on with the ultimate, irreversible cost of conflict. Yet the battle didn't pause for grief. Darth Vader's TIE Advanced was still hot on his tail. The exhaust port still beckoned. There was no time for tears, no moment to process the crushing weight of loss. He had to keep going. He had to succeed. Because if he didn't, Biggs' sacrifice and the sacrifice of countless others would be in vain. The Force, a nascent whisper within him, guided his hand, sharpening his focus, hardening his resolve in a way that mere strategy never could. And then the explosion. A blinding, deafening roar as the Death Star erupted, its monstrous form disintegrating into a spectacular fiery cloud. Victory! The cheers that erupted in the Rebel Command Center, the euphoric relief, the embraces in the hangar bay, they were a testament to an impossible triumph. The galaxy had been saved. Heroes were made. But for Luke, the celebrations were tinged with an unbearable bitterness. He stood amidst the joyous chaos, a hero crowned, but inside, a part of him was hollowed out. The cheers of his comrades sounded distant. The handshakes felt fleeting. He was present, but not entirely there. The ghost of Biggs Darklighter and the quiet, heavy knowledge of his own loss stood between him and the unadulterated joy that enveloped everyone else. This moment, this monumental victory, was also Luke's first true taste of the devastating cost of war. It wasn't just about blowing up a space station. It was about the lives extinguished, the friendships severed, the future moments stolen. His youthful naivety, once a charming aspect of his character, was stripped away in that trench. The grand adventure he'd signed up for suddenly revealed its true, blood-stained face. From that moment forward, Luke Skywalker was no longer merely fighting for the thrill or for escape from his mundane life. He was fighting for something profoundly deeper. He was fighting for Biggs, for Wedge, who survived, for the memory of every pilot, soldier, every innocent life lost to the Empire's tyranny. He was fighting for the hope they died for, a hope he now carried forward not as a burden, but as a sacred trust. This wasn't just a battle won, it was a profound transformation. The boy from Tatooine, who yearned for adventure, became a soldier, forged in the crucible of loss. He learned in the most brutal way imaginable that freedom demands a price, and that true heroism often walks hand in hand with profound grief. The spark of the Jedi, the nascent force within him, began to solidify. No longer just a power to wield, but a responsibility to bear. The victory over the Death Star was galactic in scale, but its most profound impact was perhaps felt in the quiet, bruised heart of one young man. It was the moment Luke Skywalker embraced his destiny, not with a naive cheer, but with a quiet, resolved determination, fueled by the memory of a friend lost too soon. It was the moment victory cost him his innocence, but in return, it forged a hero who understood the true weight of the galaxy. What other pivotal, emotionally complex moments in the Star Wars saga resonate with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspectives on the moments that truly define these characters and their journeys. And if you enjoyed this journey into a galaxy far, far away, remember to like this video and subscribe for more stories like this. Thank you for listening.